Haha. Right, you're feeling it, right? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here for another day of Wisdom and Astro report for you. Hopefully, the things are going well for you. Uh, there's a lot of coming in. I seen it that a lot of changes are coming, but with the changes and rolling with the changes, think about it like you go into another world and you don't know this world how it is. You entering this world, and it's going to take you some time to learn it, how to adapt to that world. But also, these adaptations can cause you a lot, can cause you agitations, aggravations, and so forth. So this is why there is a certain things put it in place. Talking about this communications misunderstandings is to hold you down there. Before you speak, you need to learn what to speak. It can't be talking to a language which is that other people don't understand. But at the same time, if you don't understanding people, do you listen their language? So this is coming in from these energies that you're gonna read some, not only the words, you're gonna learn the meaning and the energy they represent behind. So with this kind of like a learning currently, you're gonna be probably zip it up this human-based communications. It's like I'm just gonna be quiet, and I'm gonna be going there to see the changes there are within me. Very interesting moments because the knots are shifting the beginning, the life, and going back into the subconscious. This kind of like a knots is very interesting. That shift that it's happening within areas to Pisces and from Libra into Virgo. Um, it's gonna be interesting because if you're understanding those positions they are creating, and there you will understand the tube they go in and the tube that you go out. So with this is in the gravity, or you're going into the rabbit hole, you're going to the this gravitational field that it comes in circles. You are going to be learning. And who is the learner on this time? That is the intuition. The moon does the self learning, and today the moon is going to be connecting with Chiron, learning that you have to do a self healing of your shadow. Your shadow. But at the same time, the moon today is going to be pointing out into the authority. You are authorizing within yourself to heal those patterns, not somebody else. Because as the moon beginning to join Chiron, she's going to be at the first quarter moon. She's going to be square as the sun. It says like, yeah, you sent me out to learn, but I learned that you need to fix you. You need to go out there, do your authority. And you authorized the wrong thing, or you did not authorize the right thing. So here is there is something unhealed that has to be processed in there, but you have to do it on your own. I'm pointing these things out. Your authority is getting mad, right? We are talking about this energies, cardinal energies between the moon and Capricorn. We are talking about who is the pro, who is this um, energies there. So with this kind of like a situations today, there's gonna be some these intensities, but they are for the right purpose. Okay, they're gonna be for the right purpose. All right. With that being said, where is that? Right there. I'm looking at the charts right up here, guys. So the charts is on a just different screen. All right, 7 o'clock in the morning, we have the ascendant that's going to be with Mercury. Powerful energies, divine energies are still going to be going with Mars. Mars actually is going to be continue to play this um, role of revaluations. He is gonna be going into Cancer. It's kind of like an edge. You feel this. You have something to do within the family. Reevaluate the family as a whole. All the actions, your personal actions within family members, but it's the same time in there uh, the actions from other people towards you within the family, how that was. With this can trigger some a lot of stuff, particularly that the midheaven is going to be at Scorpio. She's going to be squaring Mars and squaring in Pluto. That is a that like here that is the problem. I'm creating a pain. I'm creating a situation, so you can see it. Okay, but you need to understand the correlations between Mars and Pluto. Those are the two warriors who create wars, right? Pluto is the secret god. He's there, the one behind it of everything. Okay, he is behind the shadow, and there brings out the shadow, the fight within the shadows. While on his other side is the light. You're going to the one too. You're going to the other one. That's what Pluto is. That's how transformation is made. But when you put Mars together with that, and particularly that both Pluto and Mars, they are rulers of Scorpio, you're gonna be finding the things that the inside of you, that particularly with this um, configurations that we have, those T squares that we are gonna be facing that particular transformations problems. All right, the next hour things is gonna get a little bit better in a way. The ascendant is gonna be with the sun. The sun sees the situations with Chiron. It has to be dealing within the shadow. A lot of divine energies are coming. They are good. The ascendant sends these divine energies towards Jupiter. It is about to the growth. But currently we have a Mars retrograde, we have a Jupiter retrograde, we have Uranus retrograde, and there are three who send us back in time. It says like this was not done because that's how it goes. They move forward, they make this loop of time, and then go back forward again. And that's what the retrogrades is. Right now we are in this pushing when they're trying to be at that positions where they're going to be switching over, but they still going to that point. They're in that retrogrades. While Mars is right here, he just begin. Jupiter and Uranus, they're pretty much like we are going back. Okay, so with this retrograde energies, there is a lot of learnings, particularly with Jupiter. Jupiter Saturn square is talking about this the big guys. Okay, Saturn and Jupiter, those are the two big guys in the sky, which is they are going and they are helping us to have a growth and to stabilize the growth, to have some sort of direction. Okay, be a wise, and that's how it grows. All right, next hour at 9 o'clock, the center is going to be with Pluto. Emphasize on this Mars again. It's going to be. It's been for a little while. It's going to be again and again as those energies are gonna calling for. But that kite, that beautiful kite, if you're understanding that beautiful kite, it's gonna comes out from the philosophy. It's gonna comes out from what you're telling to yourself. Midheaven that it's at that Gemini is going to be trinic Mars. Mars is trinic both North Node and Neptune, which is they're about to meet. And then that energy is there sextiling Pluto in the top. So right now, kind of like the conduit, the Stargate is open, the portal is open. All you have to do is take the flight. Okay, is taking the flight. All right, next hour at 10 o'clock, Midheaven is going to be at Sag. Beautiful, beautiful trine with Chiron and beautiful sextile with Lilith, which is Chiron. It's opposing Lilith and squares the Sun. That's kind of like a self guilt tripping, but also that self guilt tripping, it's coming from the shadow. You know, That is it, the moments when you see your own mistakes, when you see your own darkness, when you want to see your own mistakes. What are you going to need to do? Change. Change yourself. Sometimes those things can be big. It's going to be calling for cardinal changes. The reason for those cardinal changes is that the middle of it is in Libra, Chiron is in Aries, and we have the Sun that is at the Capricorn. Cardinal changes is going to be required for us to do what we're supposed to. Hopefully, we know what's supposed to. All right. Next hour, the midheaven is going to a Capricorn, and right now we have the ascendant with the North Node in Aries. This kind of like a squaring is going to be putting some pressures, particularly within the communications, talking, communicating. But you need to understand, how do you communicate within your higher self? Do you have the communications with the higher self right now? Is it that energies are proper out there? You probably figure out that there is a lot of shift is going, and now the communications within you and the higher self, it's kind of like a not there yet. Like something within energy is not. It's, you may feel like losing the connections with something. The only connections right now Mercury is doing properly, that is with Venus, and Venus doesn't have any other aspect. So we're talking about, talk about love. Okay, kind of like this song. Let's talk about love from Celine Dion. It's coming up as energy. Maybe you should listen to it. There. All right, noon. That is the authority time. You already guys know. There is not much going on there within the authority and the sun, except that this beautiful sextiles with Saturn. You're looking for some wisdom in there. And as I stated the report, if you go to a new planet, you don't know how that planet organized, how that planet life is all attached in there. You don't know how things is. You don't know your new wave of life that it's coming. You're trying to understand that world first. Okay? This is like when you were born. When you were born, the first 2, 3 days, you don't know nothing, basically. All you do is sleep and eat. But you're trying to see where I am, what I'm doing. You see this people that comes in, they get you, they grab you, they take you someplace, and then they move you, then you go to a different, you see a new things. You don't know what this is. And that's how the moon of the Aries represents the newborn. But the newborn can do everything right away on Earth. No, it's not. So it's same thing within you. When this shifts that right now it's happening, it takes time to understand and learn. And this is why that squares and there with Mercury and the North Node right now exist, but also that squares that is going to be coming with the moon beginning and Chiron is talking about that, because you have to heal what it was in the spiritual realm to perform into Aries, but at the same time, the North Node moved from Aries, sends you back into Pisces. So kind of like the veil begins to open, and the veil is going to come in and tell you a lot of things, lots of things. All right, 1 o'clock. Midheaven is going to be with Pluto, beautiful angel wings with the North Node, Mars, and the Ascendant and Uranus in there. You will see this. I mean, we talk about these transformations there at Aquarius. We're talking about these revaluations of Mars. All the astrologers been like over talked even for Mars, because he's gonna be stuck there for a while. Okay, we're gonna have some quite a few months until he's coming back into Leo, and comes back to the point that he turns retrograde, so he can move forward. So basically, he's right there. Now he's turning retrograde and comes back here to go direct again, but then he's going to come back to the point where he was turning back. You need to understand this is going to be about 6 months. So take a look at these energies right now. There's going to be for a while a lot of evaluations about the masculine energies, but they are having their purpose. Have you lost your wings and tried to find your wings? That is what this represents. Okay, that is what this is represent right now. All right, next hour, the midheaven is about the myth of Aquarius, divine energies is going to be coming out towards the Earth and the Moon within Virgo. If you have something within Virgo in about the 14, 15 degrees there, beautiful. But you're going to be facing Saturn oppositions. And that is like the wisdom. You know, nobody can teach you the wisdom of your own personal higher self. Okay, the only thing it is when you change the environment. Once you change the environment, then you are going to be doing something else with reconnecting to your higher self. But now, since this shifts, this new consciousness is coming there, you have to study and learn the environment. And you're learning the environment within your own self from Aries all the way to Virgo. Because from Libra, you are practicing that environment with others. Okay? You practice it. All right. Next hour, 3 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be exiting Aquarius. This is going to be the south node and Mars. Divine energies exactly going there. These energies between and the connections between Mars and the nodes, it's very powerful. That is the transitions periods. Okay, we are talking about that the two they have a lot of correlations. Okay, realizing your own mistakes it gets you into the power of being vulnerable and honest and truthful, and that's what Mars has been missing. He hasn't been acting kind of based out of the truth as the midheaven and Mercury right now, putting on divine energies towards Mars. See that it is these evaluations that it has to be because actions and the wrong informations creates a mess, and that's what now Mars is really learning. Be in the wisdom mode. Okay, you might not feel comfortable because Mars is an actions planet, but it is what it is. It's also have to evaluate your actions. All right, this hour at 4 o'clock p.m., the midheaven is going to be with Saturn, and that's going to be trining the ascendant, and that is going to be the sixth hour with the Sun. That is the moment when you get in a message, something within that subconscious that comes in and tells you, like this beautiful self-taught that it comes in. You might look at it here, you might look at it there, you might get in it and this, you might get in it and that. However, in your situations is if you have anything that is a within cancer areas and um, Libra situations, this is going to be beginning to affect you because you're calling for a lot of cardinal changes. But at the same time, it is kind of like a prevent you to make those mistakes anymore. That is a coming Jupiter Saturn square there. So with those energies right now, as the ascendant is at Cancer, it's gonna call for these cardinal shifts. You're feeling the shifts. You don't know where they're gonna take you. You're on a different planet. You don't know what you need to do in there. What is that creates within you? So stay on your way, but learn. You need to understand. Learning is the best way. Uh, Next hour, 5 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be with the North Node, and then that energy is sextiling Pluto and trining Mars. Again, Mars Pluto situations there. The moon, it is already squaring the sun. You're going to feel the intensity of okay, you wanted everything to be perfect, Mr. Capricorn, but not everything is perfect because sometimes your strive for perfections creates imperfections, and your imperfections, when they're yours, you're asking for perfections and outside from others. What about you? This is going to be calling the highest growth. And now the intuition is going to be pointing out to the sun. It's like, look at you, because Aries itself, okay? Because when we get into the energies of the Capricorn, that is a how pro are we are, okay? In Earth, Capricorn is Earth, our things that we do at work, right? So this is gonna be challenges for some people, but it's gonna be for a good cause, very good cause. All right, because when you realize that sometimes you need to apologize, you need to learn to be a good person. Sometimes these imperfections, but you to understand that the energies has to flow. There, you become perfect. But until you learn that, it takes your time. It takes time. And that time is going to be telling you because the next hour at 6 p.m., the moon, Chiron, and the midheaven, they're together at Aries. They are going to be squaring the sun in that T square with the mean Lilith at Libra. It's talking about your relationships. How is your relationships with others? Be mindful because this is talking about the emotions. This is also talks about conflicts between mother-father situations and the relationships. Okay, that particularly that oppositions with Lilith and Libra, where the relationships are, and the moon has been at Aries, this fiery moon. Everyone knows who has this moon and Aries, how you act on it. You're just a go and you blow out the volcano and you relieve the pressure, but it's sometimes figure out it's too late because you already destroyed what you have. So with this square towards the sun, this can talking about the internal to external conflicts. So be mindful about this in there. All right, 7 p.m. Ascendant is going to be at Leo. The midheaven is going to be at Taurus. That is going to be this actions towards Venus. You might going to feel alone a little bit because Venus has no aspects there. Right now, it's this shift within the subconscious. Now it's the time where there is nobody loved you, you to love yourself. Okay, you to love yourself. So pretty soon, as a the moment it's going to be moved tomorrow, she's going to be start entering. Pretty much overnight, it's going to be entering in Taurus tomorrow and day after tomorrow. We're going to see as the moon is going to be shining that love towards Venus. That subconsciousness of self love is going to be coming towards you. Okay. And then you're going to learn because the Venus in Pisces is going to teach you to learn one thing. Okay. The power of self love that reflects within others. You don't love yourself. How is your others going to love you? Okay. Because if you don't love yourself, what do you do? All right, next hour. This is going to be at 8 p.m. The midheaven is going to be at Taurus. Trining the sun is about how to fix the material things in the order. It is going to come. It's a great. But the key for the problem is hidden in the shadow. You need to go take it. And that's going to be that dive within Lilith. Because the mid Lilith is in divine energies with the midheaven. While the true Lilith stays away a little bit from that, she's 7 degrees away. She's about to entering Scorpio. She's at the end of Libra at 28 degrees. There, she's more acting. The true Lilith is more acting in more proper energies with Mercury. It's about like inside of it to talk the right things, to think the right things. Okay, because you understand that 90% of the things that you think so bad, they didn't happen. But was your fears? Okay, what was your fears? Now, with overcoming that fears, as I right now at 8 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be with the end of Leo. That is going to be. I spoke about this. A lot of wisdom's coming to this area there. of the zodiac. We're talking about the last degrees of Leo, the first degrees of Virgo. It's coming from Neptune, the North Node, and Pluto. The deepest transformations that are there. Those are the gates between the zodiac signs. Okay, they're also known as the cusps in the astrology. There, that's 0 degrees. It's the 30 degrees of the other. And right there is the shift between the ego and healing, the transitions. So can you imagine you study all this, both sides of wisdom and heal, with the Pluto's energies of transformations, and that the North Node represents the karma that you're going within the subconsciousness patterns with others and renovations. You renew yourself. Beautiful things are coming, guys. Beautiful things. All right. Before the beautiful things, though, we have to understand what is it that nasty things came towards you, so you can understand to stop attracting those kind of like negative stuff coming into your life. So you need to reorganize into new things. Currently, with that energy as the midheaven, it's in Gemini, very close with Jupiter. The ascendant that is at the Virgo, and we have a Saturn at Pisces. Uh, Now the things there are pressure, right? This duality is there. But what if? What if? So if you give up into your fears, you're empowering them. But when you disattract with them, you don't attract them. Okay? You just kind of like push them away. It's like, I don't need your fears. This is only an illusion. I'm gonna be doing these different actions in there, not act on the fears, but act on the base of evolution. You do that, that is gonna be the authority that's gonna be seen that, because the midheaven is a trinic with the sun, and the sun is a trinic with the ascendant. So as you see, you are gonna be the one authorizing that. That's your own way. And at the next hour at 10 o'clock, the ascendant still is going to be at Virgo. We're still going to be dealing with these Saturn situations in there. The only thing is going to be right now is changing that the ascendant points the energy towards Chiron. And as the midheaven, it's still pointing out the divine energies towards the sun. Are you putting the divine authority in your life? It's going to be a good reminder for some people, particularly the stubborn ones, particularly about the people who are Capricorn. And talking about this Capricorn energies there, we're going to have in the next hour at 11 o'clock a very interesting oppositions, because the ascendant is going to be at the first degrees of Libra. That is going to be put pressures on the south, the north node, but the midheaven, it's the first degree of Cancer, that it's putting more pressure with Mercury. And now we have these cardinal changes that it's coming. Yes, the cardinal changes are coming, and there is nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can do is flow. Well, what do you need to flow with? You need to flow with the first thing, with the love. You need to flow there, because the midheaven from Cancer, it is trining Venus. Then there is the divine energies with Pluto, the transformations, the Pluto creations. This 1% of the people who gets you, that's what you need. Because most of the 99% of the people you have around it, what do they do in your life? If you stop for a second, you're going to see that just a one tiny, tiny percent of the people that are around you, they get you as who you are. They don't judge you. They don't punish you. They don't guilt tripping you. They don't gaslighting you. They're just right there for you, right? While the rest of the 99%, most of them, they're wearing a face mask. So seeing it within this energies there, you are gonna be doing a lot of evaluations. But that is what that shift it's happened there. And 10 Mars getting these divine energies down to Mercury, that power, that power is gonna come. You finally getting it. You're finally stepping out of it. You finally understood. You went out, you tried to chasing the bad guys, and then you hurt yourself. You tried away doing fixing the world, but you hurt yourself because the world is hurt, right? You try to do things and then doesn't work. And then it's like, oh my God, I was chasing the wrong thing. I never chased me. I'm not talking about the ego. I'm talking about self-care. And now that self-care is gonna come in as that's gonna be triggered. Because from that, you're gonna be putting the priorities back as they're supposed to be. If you get the call to serve the society out there, to fix the world out there, you will be putting in that position. Okay, this is why some people choose to be politicians, lawyers, policemen, or firefighters. That's what they choose. That's their job, right? Everyone has their responsibility within the society. Okay, but that is ultimately leading to this energy of understanding of the relationships with others. It's ultimately come from the relationships in the family, and the relationships in the family that come from the relationship with you, which is Aries. So you can perform in the proper energies on Earth, which is a Capricorn. And that is about not everything will be perfect, but the job needs to be done. And when you understand this, your life is going to be much more easier, and these cardinal changes, they're going to be helping you out because that energy is going to be comes in like a cross. Okay, but those cardinal cross is very powerful. It's going to be hard but powerful. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you may ask. If not, I will come back to you tomorrow. Be love.